All right, welcome back. This is a timeless reading, so know that when this finds you, it's exactly the right place, the right time. There is something big going on in the collective right now. Okay, I can feel this, but I don't know exactly what it is, which is why I wanted to do a reading around it, because if this is finding you, there's something big coming up right now. And I can feel it almost, let me know where you guys feel it. I can feel it almost in my sacral chakra. And it's almost like a tightness, like a tension, which is very interesting. So it's like a tension in the sacral chakra, which tells me that either there's built up energy there, or there's built up energy, you're holding something, or it's time for something to be released that you haven't known you were holding. So let's get a reading on what this is coming up. If you follow along, you're on the twin flame journey. Know that this message is finding you exactly at the right place at the right time. This could be about your twin, or this could just be about the energies surrounding what's coming up for you on your twin flame journey. So I don't exactly know what it is. My cards are all kinds of messed up as I'm looking down at them now. So let's get a reading for what's going to come up here today. Okay. So we've got drums. This has to do with beating to the sound of your own drum. Okay, and this is what's coming up with the sacral energy here. So either you relate really strongly to your own sexual energy, either you have sexual energy that's coming back to you, or you are like a sacral authority or something like that in your human design. Like there's something about profound sacral energy here. So maybe you are like me, you're a sacral authority. Maybe you are a Leo. Maybe you are a Scorpio. Maybe you are somebody who really, really just resonates with sacral energy and sexual energy. And with that being said, it's funny because there's a lot of orange here, but also you look bright stripe of green. So we've got sacral and we've got heart energy here. And this card is literally telling you that. So beating to the sound of your own drum means going with your own flow. This built up sacral energy that's either you're consciously aware that you're doing this, or you're not consciously aware that you're doing this. But here's what it is. It's you repressing your natural instincts. Wow, this is really interesting. We don't normally have like such, I don't want to say like primal, but we don't normally have like such primal things or like very human biological things coming up, but that's what wants to come forward. So this profound energy is you are neglecting your authentic expression when you feel this. So you might feel it in your back, because obviously our chakras go to the front and to the back. So you might feel it as like low back stuff. You might feel it in your sacral chakra. Whatever it is that you're going to experience that in, it's like a tightness or a tension. And what this is telling you is that you're neglecting your authentic expression. So either you're not speaking up when you want to, you're being more, resentful, you're having resentful feelings, and that's because you're not showing up as authentic as you could be. Now, what this is telling you is when you beat to the sound of your own drum, the drum as a instrument was meant to create and mimic the sound of the heartbeat, okay? So when you're in this energy and you're feeling this sacral tightness, we actually want to shift that energy up and go back into the heart. And that's this green frequency that you're seeing across this thing here. And it's funny because where is it hitting across everybody? It's hitting across everybody almost exactly in their heart chakras. Okay, so we have this heart chakra energy that's really powerful and profound. And when you go back into your heart, that's when you're going to reconnect with that authentic expression. So sometimes as humans, we've got cards falling down here. Okay, this is all about speaking your truth. This came up more than once when I was shuffling them, and I was like, no, I'll pick it up later. And here it is again, falling out of the deck. So this is all about speaking your truth, okay? But us as humans, we a lot of times the way that we live as humans is we can get to be too much up here and we get into our mental space, or we go into our lower chakras and we operate. So like lower chakra for this expression or this example would be our bodily desires, right? We go into our bodily desires and we allow desire to drive us. Now that can get really out of balance if you're not in tune with all these other chakra points. Now, the other way that we go is we cut ourselves off from our bodily desires, we cut ourselves off from our body, and we go into the mental, right? And we go out of our bodies into mental space. And that can also be ungrounding and really destabilizing. So what this is telling you is, in order to balance or expel this energy, we have to go into the heart. And there's likely going to be some inner child sadness with this, because the inner child, when we don't speak our truth, right? Truth serum, celebrating 2. It takes 2. And we have the moon here. So moon energy, moon signs, blue and gold. So the truth, we celebrate when we tell our truth. Our inner child dances and plays, is in joy when we tell our truth, when we are our authentic selves. Now, when we aren't, and we create that tension within our bodies from holding back or not being in our authenticity, our inner child gets angry, gets resentful, gets really deeply sad, because it's not only that we are neglecting ourselves, we're neglecting our inner child at the end of the day. The inner child just wants to express, just wants to play, just wants to love and be loved. And what we are doing is we are abandoning them and essentially abandoning ourselves. So I want to understand, why is this coming up for the Twin Flame Collective right now? What's in the energies that this is? Okay, alchemy, it's ready to be released. So really, it's very simple. It's just because it's ready to be released at this time. So you're the butterfly that's now coming out of the cocoon. You are turning the lead into gold, and this is just the energy right now. I want to also know, Spirit, why is this so profound? I was feeling this being, okay, balancing act. Okay, so this is profound right now, because if you're in a twin flame dynamic, there is a balancing that's going on between the light and the dark, between the masculine and the feminine energies. There is a lot that's coming forward. And so it's either that whoever originated this, it's like the chicken or the egg, right? But either your twin is doing some work and now it's affecting you and bringing this forward for you, or it's this is what's coming forward in the collective, so you are also moving with the collective energy. I don't get the sense, and let me know in the comments below how this has been playing out for you, but I don't get the sense that this originated with you, which is why it feels so big, is because the fact that when you're on this kind of a healing journey, you're aware and you're conscious, you know what's coming up for you, right? You understand, this is coming up for me, this is what I'm working on right now, this is what's being played out in my reality. But this may feel big because it's coming out of thin air almost. It's wait, where is this coming from? I'm getting triggered, or I'm having this thing, or this is coming up and I don't even know where the origin is. And part of that is because if it is in your subconscious, that you're not even aware that it's there, or you weren't aware that it's there, now you are. But you weren't even aware that it's there. So it feels like it's coming out of left field. Or it actually is coming out of left field because it's work that your twin is doing, or it's work that the collective is doing, and now you're being pulled into that kind of sphere or that momentum. But this is ultimately a good thing. There's those of us that say, oh, well, I'm disconnecting from that in my twin, or I'm disconnecting from the collective because I don't want to be pulled alongside. But ultimately, this is actually a good thing. So if you can allow yourself to just move through this with the collective or with your twin flame, it's not going to be one of those codependent thing. I think a lot of us hear oh, this is going on with my twin, or this is going on with the collective, and we're no, I'm going to do my own thing and I'm not going to allow myself to be subjected to that. And that's great. That's fine. Have that independence, but also know that this is not one of those things where you need to protect yourself from it. You can also just let this play out and let it come forward for you. So I'm also seeing now on the bottom of the deck, Queen of Hearts, we've got bright mind, and we've got full of character. Okay, so all of these, and take flight under that. Okay, all of these are really pointing in the same direction. So tuning into your heart, especially on the feminine side. So actually the last couple of readings that I was doing was a lot towards the divine masculine, and maybe this is because your divine masculine was doing that work and has been doing that work, and now it's divine feminine's turn. So if you resonate as being the divine feminine or working on your own internal divine feminine energy, take this as your sign that this is even more deeply true for you as well. And that's the queen of your own energy, of your heart's energy. Now, bright mind means being clear about your mental energy and what you're using it for. So that's basically what's coming up here. Are you being authentic? Are you being clear? Are you in alignment? Or are you out of alignment? And that's what's building up this tension within the body. And then, of course, we have full of character. So this is about you embodying who you came here to be, okay? This is not about you putting on a mask. This is not about you playing a role. This is about, and sometimes it feels that way when we're in our true authenticity, right? Because we can be weird, we can be funny, we can be different, we can be wild. And sometimes it feels like, oh, is this too much? Am I being too much? Am I putting on a facade right now? Am I being a character right now? And the answer is no to all of that. You are now beginning to actually embody who you came here to be. You are meant to, you're coming out of a time where you didn't really have an identity, right? Your identity was like let go of, and for good reason. It was meant to be let go of, but you really were in a spiritual realm. You understood non-duality. You understood all these different cosmic things that are at play here. And so you let go of your personality and you cleansed yourself of your ego for a while. And now this is about reintegrating the ego. We came here not to live without an ego or to kill the ego or whatever. We came to create it so that the ego could serve us or serve spirit, right? Or serve God or the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. Your ego is meant to serve that aspect of yourself. And so what this is telling you is you're meant to reintegrate this aspect of yourself. So whether that means dressing more in congruence with who you are, or whether that means doing your hair or your makeup, or whether that means being silly or telling jokes even though they might be inappropriate, right? Or like they might not be considered spiritually sound, or whatever it is, whatever that aspect of yourself is ready to be integrated and ready to be expressed. So you're going to be embodying this version, and that's 1212 on my timer. You're going to be embodying this version of yourself more so in the future. So in the beginning, if it feels a little bit rocky, if you feel like you're being judged, just know you're not actually being judged. It's just you judging yourself, or you feeling like you're not fitting in. And it's just those fears. It's those old fears that always are going to come in when you're in an integration phase. Like, right? Like you dealt with and you shed all those fears, but now that you're integrating and bringing more of yourself forward, you're going to notice that those fears are going to come back up, or they're going to start playing out in physical reality more. And it's just up to you to say, hey, that's not my reality anymore. I am supported. People do love me. I'm not the odd one out. I'm not the loser. I'm not the weirdo. I am who I am, and who I am is beautiful. And I'm ready to bring more of myself forward in that way, because not only is it going to serve and support me, but it's going to serve and support those around me to be in the presence of this level of authenticity. So it's very multifaceted, but it's meant to play out this way. I want to get one more card for you because I just want to round it out. How many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. So we're going to get an 8 card, infinity. So what's our infinity? Okay, flowing. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful, soft, feminine. Allow it to play out the way that it's going to play out. Don't try and move it. Don't try and shake it. Allow the emotions to come up as they're going to come up. Use water elements. Spend some time in water. Spend some time in nature. Allow the emotions to flow through you, and just move with grace. You got this. Like there's no feeling of like you need to do anything, push anything, pull anything. It's just flow with what is coming up right now, and know that this is a collective thing, or this is a you and your twin flame thing, and there's nothing good, bad, right, or wrong about it. It just is what it is. At 1414. Well, there we go. I'm sending you guys lots and lots and lots of love love if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you're looking to join a supportive community of twin flames who are on the same journey, growing, evolving, sharing together, please join me in Union Catalyst Portal. We now have an incredible 11-week transformational course. This is my distilled 6-month Twin Flame Path to Awakening program, now brought to you in this community. So it's self-guided. You get access to it the moment you sign up. You can even access a 7-day free trial if you're interested in just checking out the vibes of the community. But yeah, this 11-week course is going to give you all of the tools that you need to come into your own inner union. So not only is it meditations, it's spiritual work, but it's also practical, conscious relationship tools that we all need in order to have a successful, healthy, and fulfilling relationship with our twin flames. So that's my spiel. I love you so, so, so much. Thank you for being here today, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.